Finally, residents of Melbury Abbas and Cann will go to the polls to see whether they accept and adopt the Neighbourhood Plan for their parish.
The referendum will ask, do you want Dorset Council to use the Neighbourhood Plan for Melbury Abbas and Cann to help it decide planning applications in the neighbourhood area? Which is important at the moment because there's just a proposal's gone in now for an extra 300 houses south of Shaftesbury, which is practically all of those are in the Cann parish.
It's been a long time coming, since 2018, but at last, on the 4th of December, there'll be a referendum where residents can decide whether they like the proposals or not. The policies determine where house building should take place, where infrastructure improvements are needed, so planners in Dorchester must take local views into account. David Webber is the chairman of Melbury Abbas and Cann Parish Council. He explains the length of time it's taken to get to this point.
It's partly because one or two people moved away, and also COVID came along. We've also had to consult with quite a few different bodies, and they all take time to come back with their thoughts.
Melbury Abbas and Cann is a large parish running over to Stour Provost in the west, touching the southern edge of Shaftesbury up to French Mill Lane and stretching up as far as the A30 Sherborne Causeway.
The majority of people don't actually live in Melbury, they actually live in Cann. But they should have already received a polling card. So the polling card should remind them that they do live in Melbury Abbas and Cann.
The local plan consultation is currently underway. That's the Dorset-wide document, and it sits above the Melbury Abbas and Cann Neighbourhood Plan. But the local plan won't be adopted until 2027, and without protections in place, areas without a neighbourhood plan could find developers have a better chance of doing what they want, even if it's against locals' wishes. That's why David's keen to get the neighbourhood plan adopted as a form of protection.
At the moment, we've got very little leverage with Dorset Council. They just come along. Indeed, for the next 2 years, planning is going to be a mess in Dorset Council area.
The Melbury Abbas and Cann Neighbourhood Plan sets out how many properties should be built in the parish to meet local need until the year 2038.
We have incorporated not only ordinary houses, but houses for locals. Hopefully, will be built and sold at a discount to normal prices, so that if you're a local person, you can buy the house cheaper.
And you've set out 3 areas. One is by Melbury Motors, one's a little bit further up near Shaftesbury at a farm site on the left-hand side there, and the other development site is around St Anne's Close in Guy's Marsh.
Yeah, that planning application for St Anne's Close, Guy's Marsh is already in, and we've said too many houses was the proposal. So we're hoping that the reduced number of houses will be correct because it will be in keeping with the rest of the Guy's Marsh area.
But the local plan features additional house building proposals on the southern side of the A30 Salisbury Road, and in recent years the Persimmon estate Saxon Grange has already exceeded the target number of homes in the neighbourhood plan.
I think in total it's about 45 properties. The 2011 and the 2021 census both says approximately 370 properties in the combined parishes. With what is built and being built, and with proposed 300, combined parishes will go to 800 houses.
You're going to a referendum on the 4th of December. If more than half the population of the parish agrees with your plan, then it becomes the blueprint and planning applications have to be scored against it.
And until the Dorset plan is made, if it indeed is made in 2027, then until then our neighbourhood plan will be the plan for this area.
Do you feel that adopting the neighbourhood plan in December would give you a kind of a sticking plaster bit of protection with the absence of a local plan?
We hope we can actually have some control over what is built and where it is built going forward, because by 2038 probably most of the existing councillors will have stood down and been replaced with other councillors.
Are there any other aspects away from housing that you think are important that people should go and review online and vote for in the referendum? Did you look at footpaths or public amenities, any stuff like that?
It's 70 odd pages, so it's well worth a read, I think, to either read it online or go up to the Shaftesbury Library and look through it. But we are going to leaflet everybody in our parish. I wouldn't say it's caught us out, but in a way it has, because it's only just been approved by the examiners, and Dorset Council said, right, in 6 weeks' time, it's going to be a vote. And the parish council went, goodness gracious me. We did make an inquiry to Dorset Council as be put back, but they said no.
But arguably, you've had quite a few years. It should be word perfect.
But nevertheless, it has caused a bit because the neighbourhood plan has only just been finalised because it was all provisional until the examiners finished with it and signed it off.
It's been an expensive exercise.
It's cost in excess of £28,000. So give you an idea of just how big and comprehensive the neighbourhood plan is. But yes, it's nearly all paid for by the government. Thank goodness for that.
You should receive a polling card for the vote at the Village Hall in Melbury on the 4th of December.
So for some people who live just on the new development on the edge of Shaftesbury, it will be their first time they've voted at the Village Hall.
If more than 50% of people in the parish back the proposal, the Melbury Abbas and Cann Neighbourhood Plan will finally be adopted. And we'll have to wait and see whether its policies do prevent development some people oppose.